Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood and music industry updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. In the dazzling world of Latin music, where passion meets rhythm and voices echo with centuries of cultural pride, few names carry the same emotional weight as Alejandro Sanz, known for his soulful voice, poetic lyrics, and deeply heartfelt performances. Sanz has long stood as a pillar of romantic balladry and artistic evolution. But behind the beautiful music lies a dramatic tapestry of collaborations, some brilliant, others controversial, that have shaped not only his career, but also the very landscape of Latin pop music. Today's story takes us into the storm of headlines swirling around Alejandro Sanz as he opens up about his most iconic, emotional, and at times polarizing collaborations, including those with Shakira, Camila Cabello, Marc Anthony, and Kenny Garcia. In true daily gossip fashion, we go beyond the headlines, digging into the emotional depth, the creative clashes, and the unresolved tension that now has fans buzzing about who he'll work with next or who he won't. It all started when Sanz gave a recent, brutally honest interview where he reflected on his decades-long career and his deep catalog of collaborations. It was supposed to be a celebrational look back at unforgettable duets, groundbreaking partnerships, and timeless tracks. But instead, the interview sparked a firestorm of opinions, revelations, and accusations that pulled back the curtain on the complicated relationships behind the music. One name, of course, stood out: Shakira. Their 2005 hit La Tortura was more than just a song, it was a cultural phenomenon. It topped charts globally, redefined Spanish-language pop for a generation, and gave the world one of the most electrifying music videos of the decade. But according to Sanz, while the collaboration was magical on the surface, behind the scenes, the creative process was intensely emotional and, at times, very difficult. He hinted that egos clashed, artistic visions diverged, and that the song's success came with an emotional toll, and yet he wants to do it again. "There's still music in us," Sanz said of Shakira, adding that the timing wasn't always right, but the energy was. Fans instantly took to social media, divided over whether another Sanz-Shakira collaboration would recapture the old magic or simply rehash the past. Some accused Sanz of clout chasing, especially amid Shakira's recent global resurgence following her high-profile breakup with Gerard Piqué. Others defended him, saying their chemistry was undeniable and deserved a second act. But Shakira wasn't the only name on Sanz's mind. He also opened up about his collaborations with Camila Cabello, calling her a burst of young fire and fearlessness. Their song Persona Favorita was lauded for its tenderness and simplicity. And while their public appearances showed warmth, insiders say the recording process was full of tension. Camila reportedly wanted to experiment with English lyrics and pop beats, while Sanz insisted on staying rooted in his acoustic, flamenco-infused sound. Though they compromised, Sanz hinted in his interview that he wasn't sure they'd ever find middle ground again. That subtle remark sent Cabello's fan base into overdrive, with speculation flying that their artistic differences were more severe than previously known. Then came the mention of Marc Anthony. Their collaborative efforts, like Dea Cutabis, were undeniably successful. But Sanz admitted that their working dynamic was a hurricane of personalities. "Marc works in chaos," Sanz said, "and I work in silence." The two giants of Latin music reportedly respect each other deeply, but their studio sessions were explosive, filled with creative arguments, last-minute rewrites, and unresolved tension. Still, Sanz didn't rule out working with Marc again. "There's something raw about what we create," he said. "It's not always comfortable, but it's always real." One of the most emotional parts of the interview came when Sanz spoke about Kenny Garcia, the Puerto Rican singer-songwriter known for her poetic lyrics and LGBTQ advocacy. Their song Para Vivir was not only a beautiful duet, but also a rare moment of vulnerability for Sanz, who praised Garcia for helping him open up emotionally in ways he never had before. He described their collaboration as a therapy session set to music, and while fans were moved by his sincerity, Sanz confessed he hasn't spoken to Garcia in years. Sometimes you share your soul with someone musically, and then life moves you in different directions, he said, his voice trailing with visible sadness. That moment touched a nerve online. Fans begged for a reunion, hoping to see the two rekindle their creative connection. But others questioned why such a powerful bond had faded, wondering if Sanz's own reputation for being intense and difficult played a role. The controversy didn't stop with former collaborators. Sanz also subtly criticized the current state of the Latin music industry, saying that many artists are chasing numbers instead of emotions. While he didn't name names, fans speculated he was referencing the reggaeton and urban artists dominating the charts. Some praised his honesty, others labeled him as out of touch and bitter. Even longtime fans questioned whether Sanz's classic romanticism could thrive in today's fast-paced, trend-driven world. And yet, despite the backlash and polarization, one thing is clear: Alejandro Sanz is still passionate about music, passionate about artistry, passionate about emotion. Love him or hate him, he is not afraid to speak his truth, and that raw honesty is why he remains so deeply beloved to many. As fans debate his intentions and dissect every line from his interview, Sanz continues to do what he does best: write, perform, and speak from the heart. Looking ahead, he hinted at new music and possibly new collaborations, saying cryptically, "There are voices I still want to sing with. Some may surprise you. Some may not." That one line launched a wave of speculation. Could he be talking about Rosalia, Bad Bunny, perhaps even someone outside the Latin genre like Adele or Billie Eilish? Sanz didn't elaborate, but he didn't deny anything either. In the end, this isn't just a story about music. It's a story about ego, vulnerability, legacy, and the fragile bonds that form between artists when they try to merge their souls into a single song. Alejandro Sanz's career has been defined by unforgettable collaborations, but also by the risks, regrets, and revelations they bring. As he reflects on the past and looks toward the future, one thing is certain: his journey is far from over. Stay tuned to Daily Gossip as we continue to follow every twist in this unfolding story. Will Shakira respond? Will Camila clap back? Will a surprise collab shake the music world again? You'll hear it here first, only on Daily Gossip, your home for the most emotional, dramatic, and star-powered updates in the music industry. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because the drama never stops, and neither do we.